For us dedicated car testers, nothing sets our antenna quivering as much as the introduction of a new sports coupe. Sports coupes are supposed to be the right combination of handling and power, along with everyday comfort and practicality. So when Toyota, the largest car importer in the U.S., brought out their new Celica Supra series this year, almost every car buff just had to check it out. For a Japanese import, the Toyota Celica Supra is a big and pricey car, 4 inches longer than the Ford Mustang, and with a base price of $14,600, though our test vehicle came in at just over $15,000. At 3,050 pounds, this rear-drive hatchback had better offer more than just promise. First, let's look at performance. In our 40 to 55 mile-per-hour passing test, the Supra's 145 horsepower and standard 5-speed manual gearbox swooped by in just 4 seconds. Very quick. And it's no slouch in any on-ramp drag race either. Again, a quick time of 9.1 seconds and a good speed of 59 miles per hour. Response from the 2.8-liter inline 6-cylinder engine is smooth, but improves through its power range. Over our standing quarter mile, it was more of the same, 17.9 seconds and 82 miles per hour, both well above average. After third gear, the smooth shifting transmission becomes a fuel saver and acceleration drops off. But the quick engaging clutch let us get the most out of the strong engine, right up to its 6,500 RPM red line. On the practical side, all that power must compromise fuel economy. The EPA rates the Supra at 21 city, 34 highway. Around our test loop, with the car not fully broken in, an average of 21 was recorded. Not so hot until you recall that 10 years ago a car like this might have done only half as well. Ride is quiet with a sound reading of only 64 decibels, better than average for any car. The suspension and steering are certainly a match for any highway, with only the occasional expansion joint reminding you that you're driving, not flying. But how is it through a low-speed switchback? Does all that weight and almost boulevard ride mean trouble? Negative, replied our Supra. Exit speeds were well above 35 at entry, and the Toyota's heavy feel didn't translate into excessive body roll. The power rack and pinion steering was a bit vague in the head-on position, but quick and precise enough to make the handling test effortless. Through our high-speed emergency lane change procedure, the Supra exhibited little understeer and always stayed well within its lane. Handling was smooth enough to almost think the car through the pylons. Performance and practicality usually meet in our braking test. Bringing the Supra down from 30 and only 33 feet was easy work for its 4-wheel disc system. There was no pull or fade. From 55, an extremely short stopping distance of 114 feet was averaged over 6 panic stops. Only as the brakes became very hot did any noticeable locking occur. All stops were straight and fully under control. The Supra's left-hand turning circle, curb to curb, was well within the average for its class of car at 37 feet. But there's another human requirement for a sports coupe beyond both performance and practicality. That is, how well does it boost your ego? Do you want to be seen in a Supra? Do less fortunate stare at that aggressive front bumper and grille? Do they blink at those disappearing headlights and integrated driving lamps? Do they wonder how much those cast wheels cost and whether those expensive Bridgestone tires are worth the money? Do those tiny rear fender bulges have a purpose, and are those huge taillights really necessary to let everyone know you've passed? And that rear hatch spoiler, does the Supra really go fast enough to make it work, or is it just a styling touch that also happens to keep rear seat passengers from being roasted by the sun? And what about the interior? Do the driving seats have to match the best available? Do you really need 3 separate adjustments for your lower back, or is that just a gimmick? Is it tacky to have a fully automatic air conditioner in such a sporty car? And who in their right mind needs such a superb-sounding radio with built-in equalizer? And how serious do you have to be to have an instrument panel with every control engaged just where it should be, or an optional one that's fully electronic? All I can say is that the Supra got lots of looks. Some people were even more surprised when they found out just how practical this car really is. Plenty of room for all sorts of luggage under that big hatch, and split rear seats, suitable for small adults, that fold flat for long cargo items. But if you're smart, you save the best for last. Pop that hood and you find one of the classiest looking engines this side of Jaguar. Not only does it have double overhead cams and fuel injection, but just for show, cast rocker arm covers. And most items that need normal servicing are easily reached. Once again, you can have your cake with the Supra and live with it too. Is the Toyota Celica Supra practical? Yes. Is the Supra a smooth, willing, fun car to drive? Yes. Will you love being seen in it? Again, yes. A car that meets all the needs of your libido and still remains the best, heavy, American-style sports coupe that Japan has ever built.